Well, good morning, beautiful souls. I hope everybody's having an amazing day today. Okay, I'm going to jump right into it. Fake people. I'm seeing a lot of it out there in life, on YouTube, on TV, wherever I go. Fake, 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 fake. Now, I can smell bullshit a mile away. And I can usually, get people's numbers or tickets, not numbers literally. But that's what happens when you're awakened. You can see beyond the bullshit, which is actually pretty scary. Somebody can be standing there smiling at you, and you're thinking, oh, this is not a nice person. Back away. Just don't turn your back to them and don't make eye contact. And once you're out of sight, run. But that's a different story altogether. Okay, you're going to see the light come and go because over cloud, or clouds going over and back and forth. Yeah. So the light's constantly going to change. It's giving me a bloody headache, if anything. But that's what happens when you got natural light coming in. And that's one of the reasons why I did that. I wanted a lot of natural light to come in because it's natural. It's not fake. This is reality. This is life. And I'm going to live life by keeping it real. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to keep it real. Yeah, I've been said to me a few times, why don't you put makeup on? You'd be a lot more prettier with makeup on. Have you ever seen me with makeup on? No, you haven't, so how can you say that? And who am I doing it for? Am I doing it for me? Or am I doing it for you? If I'm going to do it for anybody, it's going to be for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I like to put makeup on. Because, sometimes I get the blotchy skin or whatever, and I just want to feel better as a person. And sometimes that makes me feel better. And then within an hour, I'm scrubbing it off because it's making me itch. But that's besides the point. The point is, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me, to make myself feel better. But that's a visual and a material type attitude. It's not about who the person is. You love the person for who they are. You don't give a shit what they look like, what size they are, how tall they are, what they have. You look at the soul of the person. And I tend to do that. I look at their soul. They may not fit into a specific niche of, oh, look what I have, or things like that. I don't care. If you're a good person, that makes a world of difference to me. I don't care. I really don't care. As long as you have a heart and a soul and you're good. And what I mean by good is that you appreciate life. You appreciate the things in life. You look at the world as wanting to be saved. Shouldn't say that too loud. Because not saved as in a religious type thing. And don't come after me for that. Because, people could say, well, spirituality is a religious thing. No. It's a personal thing. It is very personal. And after a few awakenings, and then when you have a really big one, you see, holy shit, the world totally different. And you know what? I don't care what you drive, where you live, what you own. That doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. But why can't the world be like that? It has to be materialistic. I see on YouTube, I was talking about this one before, that, oh, look at me, I've just had my lips done. You look like the ass end of a baboon, but if that makes you feel better, go for it. But who are you doing it for? To actually make you feel better? Or to have the world say, oh, look at those lips, aren't they amazing? Okay. Yeah. Because a lot of times people will patronize you and say, oh, yeah, that looks great, because they don't want to hurt your feelings and tell you you look like what I've just said. But who am I? I'm just some, I'm going to say senior because I'm pushing 60, woman who's had an awakening and sees the world totally different. Now, you can't always blame it on age, even though with this age comes a lot of experience in life. And I can say for a fact that it is how I think now has a lot to do with, growing up in life, being that square peg trying to fit into a round hole that never worked, having all the awakenings throughout my life, has given me this sense of I am who I am, and if you don't like it, F off. I'm not going to make you try to like me, because that's not me. But I know, because I watch my mom-in-law, she's very much into, what will the neighbors say? What will they say? Whoa, you can't have that. You can't do this. You got to have this. No. Don't worry about it. Who cares? If they're talking about me, guess what? They're leaving someone else alone, and that's the way I look at it. Because I just don't give a shit if you talk about me. And that's perfectly fine. And I always think, karma. I love Karma. She's a good old girl. I like to sit down and have lunch with that one. I see it happen around me all the time. And even if I don't witness it, I know it will happen. And that's the beauty of it. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox now, because I've got to get this show on the road and get a lot of stuff done. But I really want to know, why do we have to be so fake about everything? Why can't we keep it real? Why can't, we just be who we are? Novel concept. If we try it, I know people will get flack for it or all this sort of stuff. Those are the people you don't need in your life if they do that to you, if they cannot support who you are as a person. As long as you're not pushing your crap on them, they shouldn't be pushing their crap on you and saying, well, you've got to be this way. That's one of the things I love about having this awakening. I have tolerance. I have loads of tolerance. I have loads of acceptance. And I'm not expecting you to fit into my mold. But my expectations that I lay out for people in my life are, they've got a heart, they've got a soul, and they're a good person. They're not out to, hurt people or all that, manipulation crap, all that sort of thing. Don't go for that. It's about coming together and creating a strong net of love and peace. Okay, that's all I'm going to say for now. And I'm going to love you and leave you. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye.